Hi everyone, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here to do the October 2016 monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to be using the Silver Witchcraft Tarot and the Druidcraft Tarot. Happy Halloween. If you're not interested in watching me shuffle, I don't find it very interesting. Feel free to jump ahead. Oh, nice. So I'm doing 3 different categories. I have work, then home, then relationships. And I'll pull, I think, a daily guidance from your angels at the end. So at the bottom of the Druidcraft, we have the Page of Wands. So new passions, new beginnings, communications. Some of you could hear or be declaring to someone else that you love them. You could be meeting with other people, discussing exciting new work plans or things that you're passionate about. So 2 friends, you could decide to start going to work out together or starting a new hobby. Something you care about, something you're inspired about, something you're enthusiastic about. And at the bottom of the Silver Witchcraft Tarot, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a lovely card. This is a card for me that's all about legacy. It's about multi-generations. Some of you could be getting together with extended family members. It's also a card about what mark, your legacy. What mark do you want to leave on the world? What legacy was handed down to you? How does that enrich your life or not? And is that something you want to consciously, actively pass on to those around you in the next generation? Or do you want to shift that legacy somehow and tell a different story and leave a different feeling for other generations? So it's a good card to rejoice in everything that is family and that makes up a home, and also reflect on, are you living in your life? Are you living your life the way that will leave the legacy that you're most interested in leaving behind? And because of that reflection, that may prompt this Page of Wands energy, where you really, in that reflection, you think, God, I'm really not sort of living in a way that is going to leave the impression that I hope to leave on my kids or on the world or the people that I spend time with. And that may be a catalyst for figuring out what really is important to you and what you do care about and what that is, and the impression you may want to leave because of that. So let's look at the work category. Ooh la la, 9 of Cups, the Wish card, and the 8 of Swords. That's quite the pairing of cards, I will say. So wishing for something new, but just not being able to see your way clear or open your eyes, open your mind to other possibilities to be able to get yourself out of where you are. So for some of you, if you're stuck, it's interesting. If you're stuck if you're stuck in a job you don't like, well, that's an interesting way to put it, because we do feel like we're stuck in a job. It's the job we have. We're lucky to have a job. Um, I've been here for so long. If I left, I'd probably would lose vacation time, or I would have to take a pay cut, or I've accumulated so much knowledge, I don't want to start over. All these reasons why we can't do it, and they tend to stop us in our tracks before we even get started or start putting resumes out there or looking at our resume in a different way for a different job so we can tweak it so it fits what we want to manifest and bring into our lives. So the wish card is great, but you have to set yourself up for the possibility of this wish coming true. So if you really want to do something different in your life, make sure you're setting yourself up so it's even a possibility. If you want to become a yoga teacher and you don't even take yoga classes, let alone a yoga certification class, well, you're not really probably going to be, that's pretty unlikely that it's going to happen, right? So make sure that there's some, oh, I always get these sayings wrong, but there's some saying where like someone was praying to win the lottery and God was like, well, will you just go out and buy a ticket? Because if you don't buy a ticket, you're not going to win the lottery. So yes, you may be in a job that isn't your ideal job or your passion, but there are a lot of there are a lot of things you can be doing in the meantime. Of course, very few of us have the means or the ability to just up and quit our job and say, I don't like that anymore. I'm going to find something more meaningful. Well, what do you want to do? What do you think would bring more meaning into your life? Make sure you actually know that, because some people just are stuck in, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. I want to be free of it, but they don't even know what job would make them feel better. So really start exploring what you think would truly make you happier. What do you like to do in your spare time? Look to your hobbies, to those things you do when you're not at work, and see if there's a way that you can set yourself up so that could be more of a career. Even if it's not your full-time job, it could be something like I do. I love tarot. It's what I do on my spare time anyway. And if I can supplement my income, all the better. And so it brings reward. It helps balance things out. And then you never know where it could go. And so keep your mind open and be careful what you wish for. I always have to say that with this. But make sure you're setting yourself up so that your wishes have the possibility of coming true in the career sector. So let's move on. This is home life. Basically, you're outside your life, not at work. So we have the Six of Swords. It's a good card. And the Nine of Pentacles. I forgot that already came out. This is one of my favorite cards. They make a lot of sense together. For some of us, this is about maybe things in your home life have not been all that great. Usually points to a mentally trying situation, a mentally exhausting or stressful situation, and you are actively making the decision to move yourself away. Some of you may be moving house, some of you may be moving out, some of you may be asked, someone else may be moving out, but there's some sort of physical change that you're doing. Even putting up boundaries could be one of them, but usually it's for some of us, we're going to actually be moving in order to relieve stress in our lives. It could be financial stress. It could be downsizing. It could be getting out of a relationship. For some of us, that's definitely going to be it because we have this Nine of Pentacles and this person is usually alone. Now, remember, being alone does not mean being lonely at all. In fact, she could be a he or she derives enormous satisfaction and confidence in the fact that she is able to take care of herself, manage her own household, support herself, and do the things that she loves. You know, back in the day at least, falconry, I think it's called, is not something that would traditionally be a hobby that a woman would have. So she not only, or having property and managing your own property. So the point is not that stereotypical, here's a single woman that owns her own property, but it's doing things that you want to do, regardless of what society tells you to do, even you tell yourself to do from your years of conditioning, just being on this earth and being in this society, that you really follow your own unique path and find your own happiness in this world. Create your own sanctuary, your own place where you can thrive. So in the home category, or the outside of work category, I really see some of us making some very conscious choices and taking purposeful action to set us up for peace and to thrive. And it's going to give us a lot of confidence because we're going to be like, I made this decision, I made this happy, and I saved myself. There's no knight in shining armor or someone else coming in here to save the situation. You are making a conscious decision to change your life and move yourself into a more successful atmosphere. I don't think it gets any better than that. So here's the romance category. The Page of Swords. Communication. Ooh, and the Four of Wands. So this, for some of you, this is going to be communication about moving in with your significant other, moving in with someone, getting married. This is a marriage card. Some of you are going to be having anniversaries, but it's really communication about a new milestone in a relationship. So maybe someone you've been casually dating wants to make it official. Maybe it's going to be a new step in the relationship field. For those of you who are single, someone's going to ask you out. For those of you that are dating, you're going to start calling each other boyfriend, girlfriend. You're going to say you love each other. You're going to want to move in together. So for some of you, looking back at this, you could be going from this independent woman to moving into each other with someone else. Any sort of milestone. But so a lot of the relationships are going to reach a new level or a different level of experience. So that's pretty exciting. And it could go either way. For some of you, back to these cards, it may be a divorce, and it may be a very good thing. You're going to thrive being away, getting away from that situation that was so stressful. So it's ending a relationship is often a good thing, not a bad thing. There was a reason why it needed to end. Okay, so let's see. Let's pick one final card just to have a spiritual message. That one looks like it wants to come out. Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, Your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. So making some real practical changes, and I think we see that this month. There's going to be some pretty tangible changes in how you live your life, how you're living, and I think you're really going to thrive because of it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.